Hi friends, I hope you're having a lovely day today. Today I want to share with you about my trip to Moab recently. Since moving to Utah, Moab has become one of my favorite places on planet Earth. It's a very magical, beautiful place. Me and my wife go down there all the time. This last time, a couple days ago, we went. We mostly focused on filming. I didn't take that many photos, but I did take a couple that I thought were worth talking about. When me and my wife first got to Moab this time, we stopped by the Colorado River, which runs through Moab, to eat lunch and play with the dog, let him run to the water, play fetch, get the ball, bring it back. And then we're trying to wear him out a little bit. He is a bundle of energy. As I can hardly hold him in my hands. He's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. Put me down, Dad. Jeez. While parked beside the river at this, I refer to it as a park. It's really just a slab of concrete where people get on and off their boats. I noticed these metal doors that were built into the side of the red cliffs of Moab, which are signature for Moab. I walked over to the door, and as I was kind of looking in the hole and trying to open it, I realized I had this visual of zombies, the ones from I Am Legend, 400 of them running after me if I opened the door. I decided, regardless of the possibility of zombies, I would tug on the door. I didn't get it open, which may have saved me and my wife and my dog's life. But that is yet one more reason to have health insurance. The first photo that I want to talk about today is one that I captured in that spot beside the river. And in this shot, you see the Colorado River in the foreground on the bottom, and on either side you see these splashes of green that are nice accents to the photo, as well as the sky on top, which is a nice blue accent to the overall warm tones of the photo. And then you see the wonderful, enormous red cliffs. On the right side, you see a car, very tiny, teeny tiny car going across a little bridge, which creates a sense of scale. Another thing that's interesting about this photo to me is how the cliffs look menacing and huge. And I think a lot of that has to do with the way the light was hitting the cliffs, as well as the way that I color corrected the photo. Now, if you've followed me for a while, you know I tend to put people in my shots. I did not put a people in that shot. Sometimes it's okay to take a shot without a people in it. I also ran over to the cliff to capture a photo of a plane going by. And this reminds me of a scene in the movie 127 Hours, which, if you don't know, is the movie about the guy who fell into a canyon in Utah and had to chop his own arm off. It's a Christmas classic. After that, me and my wife explored. We decided to go deep into the canyon that the Colorado River runs down. We drove until the road, this nice paved road, turned into a not so nice paved road when the state maintenance ended. That not so nice paved road turned into a gravel road, which turned into another type of gravel road. And we drove until we found a nice spot to pull off and explore. This is where I captured the rest of my photos that I want to talk about today. One of them being one that I captured of her sort of standing in the shade. You have these rocks and shrubbery behind her, and then you have the landscape of Moab, the expansive landscape of Moab in the background. One thing that I tried to do with all of these photos was to work the landscape in with the subject of the photo, which was, in this case, my wife. A couple of things that make this photo pleasing to me is, one, the fact that my wife's in it. It's kind of hot. Two, the colors she's wearing, the blue shirt, the red glasses, and the red leash for a dog, which was somewhere at this point when I took this photo, separates her from the background in a pleasing way. I also like how the background is semi-blown out and sort of dreamy feeling. And this is a photo of my wife throwing a rock at me. We have some problems. I was a little concerned when I was out there about shooting in the shadows this way, but it really came together. Another photo that I want to talk about quickly is another one that I captured without a people in it. It actually has just a truck to create a sense of scale. Now you'll notice I color graded this one differently than my last photo. The other one is meant to go to Instagram and curate alongside my other photos. This one's gonna go somewhere else. So I actually used one of my warm presets from my preset pack on this one. I appreciate how the path in this photo wanders through it and creates a leading line, and how I captured the truck right on the bend of that path. I think it creates some interest. I also like the balance of colors in this photo. On the bottom you have this sort of tan, yellowish, orangish kind of thing going on. You move up and the next segment of the photo has the red cliffs, and now on top you have the blue sky. It's a nice balance of colors to me. This photo to me really shows off the beauty and vastness of Moab. Also, I find all the little lines and different angles that run through the frame interesting. Here's a photo of my wife standing on a rock, thoughtfully placed background elements, blue sky, and also I have in this one the shadow of a rock in the foreground, which I shot past to get the photo. This is yet another way to create a sense of depth. The last photo I want to show you is actually my favorite one from the trip, and it is a shot of my wife walking down the road with my dog. And in the foreground you have this beautiful path that's making a nice little curve around, creating a leading line, lots of interesting rocks and such. If we move up the frame, we have a greenish hill with shrubbery and such, which serves to separate the bottom half from the top half of the frame, which are these enormous, beautiful cliffs. If you know me, you know that expressions are extremely important to me in my photos, and I captured a burst of photos in this situation in an attempt to capture a compelling expression. In this photo, I love where she is on the road, I love how she is in mid-stride, I love my dog's separation from her. The expressions of the subjects here that I captured are ones that I am happy with. The landscape of Moab is a very extreme and magical landscape, and it was my goal with my photos to capture that magic and the sheer scale of that landscape. That is it for this video. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you engage with me, I will engage with you. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.